I am inevitable.
Okay, Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Khaotic Conversation. And here we go. The beat's banging, so the verse gotta bang too. You ain't feeling it, man. I don't know what to say to you. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep flowing. And my channel, yeah, it's gonna keep growing. Comment chat, that's who I am. You be like, yo, that's Danny? Damn, he kinda nice. This shit is hot. It's Monday night. It's 9 o'clock. The show Khaotic Conversation is the best damn show on YouTube Nation. So sit back, enjoy the show, and like the Joker says, and here we go. Khaotic Conversation. Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't you dare miss it. That's what I said. Don't you dare miss it. Peace.
That's going to be a copyright claim after this show.
Doesn't it fucking suck though? Shouldn't they just let you? You know what I mean? They should just let you lose it.
Yeah, it pisses me off.
I normally I fight it every time, and I gotta get to it though on this channel because I haven't fought anything for a while. There's a bunch on there, but most of the time I can win because they, like for instance, on
they don't respond in 30 days. I know you can win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, on so like on yours at the end, you play the usual suspects, but they claim it for
some song or some crap.
Yeah, from Wu-Tang, Ghostface. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and when they do that, the first thing you do is, hey, this is just an outro. This is not the full thing. Blah 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 blah. But then you say, and by the way, you've tagged it wrong. That has nothing to do with that song. It is not from that.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, but yeah, I don't know. I think if you take it and take just the beat and something, how many damn beats, especially like R&B, beats are recycled a dime a dozen.
Yep.
I mean, and it's not. It's because people
like
that
their money,
stuff.
boy. I remember listening to Eric Sermon from EPMD. He did something like just like music, the Marvin Gaye. He did sample it, and the wife heard it. I can see he had to drop her about.
It was a ton.
$100,000.
It was a nice, it was a nice little chunk of change. Yeah, I love that song too, though. That was a really good, change of it. Yeah, but I kind of get it. But I think when you're doing YouTube and stuff, it's that 30-second rule. If you're not using it, or if you don't, but for instance, again, you're doing your own thing on top of that, Danny. That shouldn't be.
You put you to the choir, bro. I sure wish, because I think it's a form of flattery. I mean, I can see if I was one of these big gazillionaire subscribers.
That's the other thing, yeah.
But that ain't me. So sorry, Craig Mack. Hey, Puff. I'm trying to, man.
You know what I mean? Especially with a song that's so old, right? You know what I mean? People ain't listening to that no more. But when they hear the beat on your show, it's like, oh wow, yo, that's fire. What song is that? Brings more attention to the song, but no.
Yeah. Well, new song, y'all. Yeah, something I put together. I'm gonna try and do. I did one for Chris. I'm gonna do one for Anzo. Man, but that shit takes a lot of my brain power. But anyway, thank y'all if you like it. Want to yell out to the chat: Tony Robinson, Shifty, David Catana, Danny Land. What's up, Danny Land?
What's up?
Jason, what's up? Jason Lee Tucker statement. Basel, what's up, man? Thank you for coming by. And what's going on with y'all, fellas?
Not too much.
Doing good. Can't complain, man.
It is very slow in news and on Marvel stuff. I just saw it before I came on the TV spot for Multiverse of Madness, and man, that thing looking hotter and hotter, boy.
Anything new in it?
Tonight. I see some stuff that I ain't never saw. They got Wanda. She's like in her full garb and she's like meditating, and it looked like Superior Iron Man in a glimpse. I gotta go back and slow it down. But it looked like somebody landing in an Iron Man suit to me. I was like, oh shit, that's Superior Iron Man. That's gonna be on point.
Hmm.
But
Interesting.
like I said, I gotta look at it again. But the TV spot, it was all right, man.
I'm
So
excited for it. I got my tickets. Can't wait to go see it.
it's May the 9th, right? Or
May
11th?
5th.
May 5th.
May
Yeah,
5th, yeah.
I'm definitely gonna be there, bro. Definitely gonna.
And it's 1 week before my free passes from when they fucked up Rise of Skywalker expire.
1
So I
week
got 3
before,
free
you're
passes.
lucky.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, I'd fight them anyways because I'd be like, well, listen, COVID. I mean, there was a year and a half I wasn't able to use them, so you
Right.
can't take that 2 years. So whatever. But no, I got that one coming up. I'm gonna go see Secrets of Dumbledore probably this weekend too.
Yeah, I want to check that out too. Well, fellas, speaking of Doctor Strange, Anzo did that laugh, so he must be. You don't like Harry Potter stuff?
Not a fan.
No.
I only liked really the last two Harry Potters, which were
When Voldemort fighting Harry Potter.
yeah, those were the last two.
I read the books, so that's what really pulled me to it. See how close the books were.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Miss Ashley? How you doing?
Hey, I gotta get
Okay.
my headphones. Oh, I'm sorry, I just got home. How's everybody?
Good.
Crying purple tears.
Why are we crying purple tears?
Those are butterflies.
Oh, I couldn't.
Oh, me, yeah, I got butterflies on my face. I'm crying butterflies.
I have that effect on women. It's all good.
Oh my god. Okay.
Anzo,
What?
don't.
Didn't say anything.
Yeah, you're tripping.
Speaking of Doctor Strange, that's gonna be our first topic. This article that came out today.
Can y'all hear me good though?
Yeah, we got you. You can hear.
All right, because I don't have my mic hooked up or anything.
Yeah.
So how's Monday? Amazing. It's awfully quiet in here. Where's the party
Monday
at? We dancing?
Monday.
Chris, are you dancing and singing, Chris? I had a great. I like Mondays.
I can tell you that.
Mine
It's
was
just
really
busy for me.
amazing.
What the fuck you like?
I mean,
Monday?
work. I just got home. Well, I mean, it's
Pull up
just
this
tight.
damn
You know what I'm
article. What the
saying? I
hell?
had a good day. You know,
That's good.
I had last Monday was amazing. This Monday was amazing. Maybe I'll get 3 in a row. You know what I'm saying?
They just build on each good Monday, you know.
What's so good about your day? Tell us about your day. I'll try and get this thing to pull up. That'd be a good.
Well, I mean, I worked, but you know, had a good smooth day at work. You know, good people working. You know, went to lunch with I left at 8. I just got home.
Okay.
I had lunch with my good friend Sammy. That was good. I had lunch with her. Checked on her foot. You know, she fell in a hole this weekend.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I'm like, wait, what was this?
Oh my god. Okay, so we went. So Friday was her birthday. You know, it's like I had to go. She came over, and then Saturday we went to a cabin like on the lake, for her like birthday, and we went out and like we had the screen door open, and me and her boyfriend and like all of our friends were sitting in there, and he was like, "Do you hear something?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do." Right, and I hear, Ashley, I guess this is where I live now. I live here. And I was like, what's going on? Like, I literally walk out and she's in a hole and she's got her head like forward, like on her arm, you know, thinking that's where she's going to reside because she's like, you know, too many blunts, too many days. We don't drink. Like, we're not drinking people, you know. Like, I mean, I'll have a chilled tequila here every once in a while on margarita, you know. But like, yeah, she just, yeah. So I had to help her remove her foot from a hole, yeah, because it's like snake holes, you know, everywhere. But yeah, we got her foot removed. It was fun. I was crying like in tears. Yeah, it's like her whole heel. It was funny because like what she was saying, like, you know, because she was like,
this is where I live.
So
it was in such despair about living in this hole, you know.
Perfect
And so,
example to lay off the drugs,
Hey,
kid.
can y'all hear us? It's not that.
I mean, the weed, I
Hey,
guess, you
in the
know.
chat, can y'all hear us? Can y'all hear
I
me?
think so. Tony
I can hear
hears
you.
me. I can hear you. Tony
Danny
hears
throws
me.
onto muffle. Really?
How about now?
Oh,
I hear
Is
like
it
a
better? I
ringing
don't know what's
sound
going on.
slightly.
Yeah, I hear that too. Can y'all see the article
No.
up there?
I can see the
Yes,
article.
article is showing.
Okay, we're gonna get into this Doctor Strange. This article came out today by this writer Arion Inferno. I don't know, I messed his name up. I'm sorry. But he said Doctor Strange, The Multiverse of Madness is shaping to be a game-changing MCU adventure as Benedict Cumberbatch Stephen Strange grapples with the consequences of his spell from Spider-Man No Way Home. Joining him in his next adventure is an ensemble of new and returning characters such as Benedict Wong's Wong, Elizabeth Olsen's Wanda Maximoff, Rachel McAdams, Christine Palmer, and a newcomer, whatever that is, Gomez as American Chavez. Marketing for the Multiverse of Madness has also been ramping up in the past week, with the Marvel Studios officially releasing more footage, posters, and merchandise for the upcoming sequel. As parts of those reveals, different interviews with the cast and crew have also made their way online, and all signs indicate the film will reveal a lot of unexpected instances that could surprise fans. Now, ahead of this release, new more footage has been revealed, giving fans a preview of what to expect. A creepy look at the mysterious monster that attacked American Chavez is once again featured. If you can see that, whatever that is, I don't know. I can't even tell what it is. Doesn't have a body or definitive shape to me. I don't know what that is. But here you can see Defender Strange and Chavez appearing to be running from the mysterious monster in the new footage. Wong, who is MCU's Sorcerer Supreme, seems to have a meeting with other masters in the news still. So I guess they got the sanctums back up. These are different masters from the different sanctums. Well, there's only three: New York, London, and what's the other one? I can't think of the other one.
Me neither.
In Japan.
Wong seems to be in danger as he battles. Is it Hong Kong? Something like that.
Maybe that
I
might
think
be
it's
what it is.
Hong Kong, London, and America. American Chavez looks worried as she enters the Scarlet Witch mysterious base based on the previous trailer footage. It says the Scarlet Witch defends herself against the cosmic blast of a supposed Captain Marvel variant. You see this picture right here. Wanda looks unimpressed as she does the iconic head tilt against the Captain Marvel variant. You can see that picture right there. And Strange, Wong, and Chavez are surprised by an arrival of an unknown foe. So I don't know who that other Asian master seems to be, but he looks Asian to me. I could be wrong. Scarlet Witch is seemingly attacked by a powerful threat in this new image. You can see some kind of red beam or something. That doesn't look like her chaos magic, not to me.
Yeah.
It says the full featurette can be seen below. Shit, I'll play it. I don't care if we get a copyright. Let's see. Will it play? It's 2 minutes long, whatever it is.
I did what I had to do to protect our world. It's pretty unfathomably exciting where we're going in this film. The most of Marvel. What do you know about the multiverse?
Viz had his theories. He believed it would different universes. Universe creates a big Pandora's.
Open the doorway, and we don't know what will walk through it. We're in unknown territory. I think audiences are going to be startled. These other realities invite a plethora of all these new characters.
Telling the stories was such a gigantic endeavor. It had to be large. because it had to not only paint a picture of our universe, but of multiple universes.
We need your help.
It was a great opportunity to pair two of the most powerful.
That's interesting. Oop, Danny got kicked out. Well, welcome to the Big Ford Show. Just want to enjoy
I'll
the
tell
time
what
that
is
you
this just
had
because
with me.
you're right there? Is that what this is all about?
Yeah, it's
Because
because I'm
you
on this
think
side.
you're in charge?
Yeah, I'm always in charge. You know that, right?
Oh yeah.
So, what do you guys think about the new movie, The Multiverse of Madness? Are you ready for it? Actually, do you think it's gonna beat Spider-Man: No Way Home in the box office?
I believe so. I think the pre-sales are already surpassed it.
Really?
Hold on.
Last time I checked, the pre-sales had not surpassed No Way Home.
Hold on. I just thought I read. I'm looking.
I know
it
they
up right
surpassed the
Unless something
Batman.
happened, since Saturday, the last time I checked.
I know they crushed the Batman, so I was happy on that.
The runtime is 2 hours and 6 minutes to be exact.
For Doctor Strange?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
And originally we thought it was going to be 2.5 hours. So I'm worried that's not enough time for for the movie, but we'll see. That last time when I looked at the numbers, it not surpassed No Way Home,
No.
but it did surpass the Batman with the
Yes.
pre-sales.
Yes, it did surpass the Batman, which I am ecstatic about.
But I hadn't seen anything today. I mean,
Right
I did
now,
check.
2 days ago, it says that it's the highest since No Way Home, but I am looking for a number.
Y'all didn't see any of that clip I just played?
Yeah,
like some of it, and then it got really choppy, and then it didn't work.
Ghetto internet tonight. I ain't fucking with it no more. Whatever.
You want me to pull up the clip, Donnie?
It doesn't matter. I don't know what's wrong with my internet.
No, I don't. I'm on my.
Is the weather bad out there?
I'll check it out.
No. It just show. I think it's pretty much showed the same thing we always been seeing, but it just had a little bit more of behind the scenes from Sam Raimi, from Cumberbatch, and a little bit from the Olsen. But it's basically the same. The reason why we saw. But
it definitely looks good.
I hear they cutting the time down more though. I don't.
Yeah, originally, because I remember originally we thought that the film was going to be around 2.5 hours, from the initial reports, and now we know that the film is 2 hours and 6 minutes, to be exact. That's the runtime. It seems a bit rushed.
Yeah, I'll at least do 2:30 like Eternals. Yeah. How are you going to show all them different multiverses and universes, and it's just going to be a damn fucking.
And that's not, and that's my concern. I don't want a bunch of hey, let me wave and I'm here because it's cool to be here. Like, service the plot, be a part of the story, do something other than show up because you are, a Marvel. We're in a Marvel property, or it'd be cool to see this character. Yeah. So I mean, and it's kind of like an event film. So hopefully they can tell a contained story in 2 hours and 6 minutes.
No, I'm a little leery. This is one time where I wouldn't mind the 3-hour movie. Hell, even a damn Zack Snyder 4-hour, if it's gonna be as good as it look like it's gonna be, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I feel you. Three because the Batman. You guys like the Batman? Batman was almost 3 hours, right?
It was 3 hours.
Yeah, so they
it was 3.
Yeah, so they could have extended this movie long.
And with that film, I feel like it went on like 15 minutes too much. 15 minutes. There was things I felt like was too long with that movie. So it's it sounded like a complaint. I'm saying one's too long and one might not be long enough. I sound like a fan, don't I?
Well, they could have cut some of the Batman off, like you said. There were some parts that wasn't really needed, but overall, I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it.
I think that. Go ahead.
No, go for it.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think that just because they're cutting down time, I know they're going to have to pick a certain amount of characters that might have more to do with the movie than not to do with the movie, because you're going to have a. I've always said if you have 5 seconds, you see something just as a flash. Gotta be longer than 5 seconds, but let's say 10 seconds. They pop in and out of a few places. It's okay to show us stuff as fan service, but you still have to pick a few of those characters that are going to stay longer than just a few minutes.
I think they're going to spend a lot of their time on the different strangers. That's the vibe I'm getting. We're going to see a lot of screen time on the different strangers. In particular, probably the evil strange, because we saw him pretty much in What If. So I'm thinking we probably going to see a good chunk. I don't know what a good chunk time frame would be. I would say at least maybe 15 to 20 minutes, maybe in the end.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind if we get the two strangers. I just don't want it to be like, the major part of the story, right?
It's supposed to be up to 4, I believe, because you have Defender Strange, you have Superior Strange, Strange Supreme, and then which I wonder if like that's like the main timeline Strange, like projecting himself into maybe one of the other Strange that might have died. But like we know at least 3 for sure, and maybe there's a zombie or him doing something different. I feel like he's projecting into another body, but still there's like 4 versions, and then a minimum of 2 Wandas possibly.
Yeah, like 2 Wandas. I thought in that. Did you see the latest TV spot, Ashley?
I watched it.
Didn't one part look like an Iron Man landing?
I have to. I watched it when I was at work, and so I really didn't have a lot of time. I was like doing something while I was doing it.
They got Superior Iron Man in here. That is going to be on time.
Would definitely be interested.
Definitely interesting.
Yeah. So
also, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say. So if it's Superior Iron Man, then you think it's Tom Cruise? Then?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah,
I do.
Introducing.
I think he's Ironmonger. I do not believe he's going to be Iron Man. I'm still going to if I go down with the ship, guys, I go down with the ship. I just don't think that he's going to be Iron Man.
Do you still think Tom Cruise is going to be in it though? Because I remember you saying you weren't sure.
I'm still not 100% sold on is Tom Cruise in this movie. I feel like if he is, he's Ironmonger, but he could be an Iron Man. I still don't. I'm like, so I think he's in this movie right now, and I'm at like 40%. Like, I'm more leaning towards that 60%, I believe that he's not in the film, 40% that he's there. That's where I'm at right now. I'm still like, are you in this movie? But in a way, like, I feel like because I was really hyped for No Way Home, and I spoiled myself on certain things. And like certain things I'm cool knowing, but like I'm going to try my best not to like, if something leaks, I'm going to do I'm not making any promises, but I'm going to do everything I can to resist that urge to, not to look at it. Or to like read leaks or see leak scenes if something gets leaked, which I don't think so, because Sony because this is actually at Disney, so it's like handled. I mean, things have leaked, in game, like things have leaked before, but they're a little bit, tight, a little bit more tight-lipped. So I'm going to try everything I can not to look at anything that's leaked. I've been trying not to look at all of the like the TV spots or like clips even, because as much as I was so hyped for No Way Home, like this movie, I'm really hyped for this movie. So like,
hey Anzo,
I don't want to know too much.
Punch in Doctor Strange 2 TV spot.
YouTube?
On YouTube, and then
See,
look
like
at,
here. Can I just need to say one thing, Zill Nation. I'm so tired of you always, whatever your issue is with me.
What?
Just like leave me alone, dude. Like really, just like leave me alone for eternity. Okay, because I'm telling you
see.
right now, it's just always something.
So I
Every
have one
stream I'm
here.
on.
It's called New. It's called Dream. Is that the one? Oh, Paradise. Sorry.
All I see is TV's, yeah, Paradise. And then stop at the 34-second mark.
Okay.
When you're ready to share it. Because that looks like possibly an Iron Man to me. I could be wrong.
Hold on.
David, if he is not in that movie and they just give us and they just like tricked us with his voice and it's like James McAvoy, like I would be cool if James McAvoy was in it, but like thinking that Patrick Stewart, if they just did some weird thing, that would be annoying. But I'm pretty sure he's in the movie.
Okay, that's 36. You said 34, right?
Yeah, go to 34 and then play it. Then there's like somebody in some kind of suit that's flying.
Okay, so there's 33.
Nightmare begins.
That one you're talking?
Right here.
See, I think that's Maria.
It look like Superior. Look at the thing around his head.
I just think those hips and all that's Maria.
That's Chavez?
Yeah, it looks like it could be a girl.
I think it's Maria Rambeau or Monica, but I'm pretty sure it's Maria. It could be Ironheart, David. That's a good one.
Oh, Ironheart?
Yeah, but like something like just like the way the hair is, and she just looks like the actress that plays Maria. But it's hard to tell. But like when
Look
you
at the
play
hair.
it, the shape of it
Look at
looks
the
like
hair.
a black woman with really short hair to me. But we don't know. We'll see.
No.
All right, we'll see. It could be.
It
It could
like
be.
Tony Stark hairstyle to me.
No, they zoomed it in, and it's actually a black face. So it's either Maria or it's a black person.
Trying to put it slow.
No pause. Did you put it?
I put it at the slowest. Yeah, I put it at the slowest if we go.
I can take it and I could slow it down on one of my apps or on one of my.
Yeah, you might have to.
Yeah.
Have you seen like the
put the
images?
link in the private chat and I'll get it real quick.
Yeah.
No. I can't tell
See,
who that
Shifty
is.
agrees with me.
Yep, it might be her. It's hard to say.
It's definitely going to be interesting to see what they do with this movie, right? Because everybody is speculating, and I'm kind of like with Ashley. I don't want to know what's going to happen. Like with Spider-Man, there was Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are going to be in it. Even though it was rumors, people were saying, yeah, they're going to be in it. Then the pictures leaked. So people kind of had I don't want to know anything. If they're going to surprise me and put Wolverine in this or some kind of X-Men in it, I don't want to see trailer. I don't want to see a leak. I don't want to know.
Basel, you're right. His suit normally doesn't glow, but in this, if he's Superior Iron Man, he has 3 of the Infinity Stones. So that might be something that might make it glow. I mean, I don't know. But you're right. Normally it doesn't glow like that. But we don't know what kind of.
Be interesting.
I know Robert Downey Jr. be pissed off. Be like, what the fuck?
Who will be pissed off?
Robert Downey Jr.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he's pissed off. Think of how much money he made off of this. He's probably like, fine, do what you want.
I think he'd be pissed off. He wouldn't get an opportunity to be the best Iron Man there, and that's supposed to be like the best Iron Man out of all the multiverses. I think his ego would be like, what the fuck? I could be wrong.
Maybe.
And then it's Tom Cruise that is it, you know?
Yeah.
Hold on,
I think he'd be more pissed if they use that Iron Man going forward, you know what I mean? But if it's just like for a little alternate thing, he'll
what is the time on it?
36 seconds on that one.
36.
Yeah.
Do, 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 do. Let's see what the people are saying in the chat.
Okay, getting close. Boom. All right. Let me do this. Let me share.
Mystic says some people are actually not excited for this film. I can believe that.
Well,
Some people don't care for this kind of stuff. So
and not only that too, right? There's some people that actually don't think that the first Doctor Strange was really that good. So,
all right, you can share that. Is it not going to show it? Hold on. Oh, there it goes. Wait,
no, I'll remove mine there. Donnie, now share it.
There we go. This is frame by frame. There's a good picture, and there's hair too.
they're like long hair now. You can see that right there.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it does look like long hair.
I don't know who that could be.
And
But
it's
then,
the
like, it
fist
goes back.
too, so that could be Monica Rambeau. I don't know, but yeah, like right,
Isn't she supposed to be in it too? Right?
right there.
What was her
is
cosmic
the
power?
hair.
Right there, like you see the hair, but then as it goes another frame, it kind of goes back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's definitely gonna be
Does that
interesting.
look like the guy? Does that look like the guy from the first Doctor Strange, kind of with the eyes?
I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
I
see,
don't have a clue. Oh, he got a ponytail.
that's horrible
or something.
CGI though when you stop it like that.
That's weird. Yeah, there's gonna be so much stuff in this movie, man. I just hope it all makes sense.
There's
You know what I mean?
There's the octopus. They're bringing a lot of stuff from What If into this.
Yes, they are.
They
Yeah,
still
right,
got
there's
Wong
another.
as the Sorcerer Supreme. That's crazy.
But right
That's
there's
zombie Strange there.
Which makes me think that Wong might die.
And who is that right there?
Oh shit!
What?
What's that behind Wong?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What the fuck is that? Like you don't even see him.
Oh, I didn't even see that before.
Looks like they're fighting with him though, because he's behind.
It look like
I don't know the way Wanda
statues or something.
The way Wanda is, looked like they might have been fighting her on that.
Mm-hmm. It might have like animated one of them statues that like one of the gargoyle statues that be in temples and stuff.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that is.
You see, now you're bringing Hulk to fight that shit.
What's
strong
that?
Hulk.
I wonder who that is.
I don't know.
Tied up with chains.
It's like I read somewhere that magic don't affect the Hulk neither.
That's not Wong, is it?
I don't
Oh
think
no,
so.
that's the chick.
Wait,
that's the
that's
girl.
right there. That's
Chavez.
Chavez. But what's that thing there?
That is an embodiment of probably a demon.
There he is.
Oh, yep.
It's Master Mordo.
Bad man.
Was he good or bad though?
There's another picture of whatever it was we were looking at.
I think that I'm sorry, Chris.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry.
Well, I was just go ahead. I want to hear what you had to say though.
I was going to say that Master Mordo might be a variant. I don't think that he's the main timeline Doctor Strange. I mean, because he doesn't seem so adversarial to him.
And the hair.
And the hair. I mean, unless he didn't get snapped and then he's had that time to grow the hair out, maybe. But I think that they're giving him a different look for that reason. Sorry, that was it.
That is very reminiscent of like Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
DQ said it might be Dormammu. That might be.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
You see Abomination. I don't think Abomination will be in this.
No. I was thinking maybe if you have that big beast, you might be able to bring him in to fight it. That's why I said Hulk, but
But
it would probably be
Abomination and Wong got a connection from
yeah,
Shang-Chi.
yeah. That's why I said it would probably be
Yeah.
Abomination.
Could that be? Hold on, right here at the end. You see how it's opening up? I'm wondering if that's like a stairway to like. I think they're going to put Kang in this.
Oh, yeah,
I
maybe.
really
could
do.
Yeah, maybe.
And that's like a stairway to him. And one of those monsters might be a form of him. Because remember, he says he's been multiple. Well, and
Yeah.
Kang the Conqueror, we don't think the guy that we saw in Loki was that. We just know it's a Kang. And we know that there could be variants of that Kang. So, I mean, they could throw anything. It looks like that's got. It almost looks like Doctor Strange on the door.
The end scene credit. The end scene credit probably
credit
gonna be
scene,
fucking
right?
crazy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm with you on that one, Danny. Because what's after that? Black Panther 2? What's the next movie after Multiverse of Madness?
I don't know. There's an article
Multiverse
on
of Madness, Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh, Thor: Love and Thunder, right? Yeah.
There are articles today about Thor: Love and Thunder and Black Panther 2. They say that they finally got confirmation on the bad guy for 2. It's what we all speculated, which is gonna be Namor, but I haven't seen any more about exactly how he's gonna, whether he's gonna attack Wakanda or whether or not he's gonna be the one to kill T'Challa. It didn't say, the article didn't say anything. It said that.
Well, if isn't he end up a good guy anyway? So wouldn't it probably be Namor?
I think he's kind of like an anti-hero.
In a way, if it yeah,
something suits his needs, then he'll fight with you. But if it don't, then he'll turn on you just like that.
If it doesn't suit his people of Atlantis, then he will turn.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's all for Atlantis and his people. So
I want to see him.
You align with his ideals and stuff.
Should be interesting who they get to play it. I don't think they're necessarily gonna get a Asian guy. I don't know why, because to me he doesn't really look Asian.
He's Mexican. The actor is actually Hispanic. He's of Mexican descent.
So they have.
I think that the guy, he's already been cast and everything. I mean, the room, he's in Black Panther 2, and he's rumored to be Namor. And he is because I remember I think Belle was telling me about that actor and that he was Mexican descent.
Is anybody excited for Black Panther 2?
I am.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm more okay. I'll say I'm intrigued. I won't use the word excited. I'm intrigued and I'm interested to see what they do moving forward. That's the better.
I'm definitely interested.
Oh wow, it's Terrence.
Hello.
Come to scold me. How are you, Terrence?
I'm all right. How you doing?
Good.
No, you sound a little weak, bro.
What's going on?
You all right, bro? Terrence.
He's switching to the right mic.
Oh. Yeah, you sound a little weak. I ain't never heard Terrence sick. You think that was possible?
Wait, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Okay, yeah. My mic was acting weird.
Yeah, we were talking about an article that came out about the Multiverse of Madness, and we were breaking down because they would slow it down. We thought it could possibly be Superior Iron Man, but it looks like maybe Monica Rambeau in her cosmic form or something.
Yeah, like she's supposed to be that form of Captain America or Captain Marvel, rather.
Yeah, that's what we think. Yeah, that's what we're thinking. We also going to talk about. I saw the article today talking about, like we said, Black Panther. they said that the article that I read in the direct was saying that Namor is definitely going to be the villain in there. Not sure what route they're going to go. They're keeping that really hush hush. So I am impressed with how hush hush they're keeping, how they're going to do the Black Panther. So I don't know if that's going to finally leak, but right now I don't have a clue, and I really want to see who's going to be the next Black Panther. That's what I'm really interested in, more so than the actual movie itself. Who they're going to put that mantle on to. So
I feel you. To me, I really don't care right now. You know what I mean? I'm like I don't care. I'll see it when it comes out. I'll definitely watch it, but I'm not like, oh my gosh, Black Panther 2. You know, I'm not.
yeah.
Hopefully a trailer changes my mind.
Also, they're saying Thor: Love and War that Jane, the female Thor. Let's see if I can pull up. They showed her costume. Let's see. Hopefully, it won't go berserk again. But her and Thor are supposed to team up to fight the God Butcher. So I don't know whether or not this guy is going to be beating Thor's butt, and then Jane had to save him.
Wait, what's happening?
See, yeah. We're talking about an article on Thor: Love and Thunder. I'm gonna pull it up and see and show you her costume. And it was saying in the article that her and Thor are supposed to team up to fight the God Butcher.
Yeah. I think Ashley did a video on the toy.
Yeah, I did a video. Go check out my video after this stream, guys. Shameless plug.
Oh,
you said
thing off.
What's that?
You said Jane and what? You said Jane and Thor are supposed to be fighting Gore.
Gore. Have you seen Gore, like the toy reveal, Terrence?
Yes. It's
okay. I forgot. Yeah, yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember you said it like broke your heart.
Yeah, it looks nothing like Gore. It's terrible.
It looks pretty bad, but it is a, low market value toy that is, mass produced. So the lower value toys are always look a little dodgy, but it's like up there. Like I think the only one to me, toy wise, at that price point that looked worse than that was the Cheetah Barbie dolls.
Well, I saw him on the poster and he looked bad too.
Yeah, I think the box, it looks better than the actual toy. But like, Maddie and I used to do like ugly toy reviews videos, like, and we would find like toys that look hideous. Like our friend Tyrese, he worked at Target, so he would like find the ugly toys and send us pictures, and we would react to them. We used to do those videos. I put some of them back up. Like we did one of the Stranger Things toys, all of them.
Here's the article said this is how her costume is supposed to look.
And it looks very like what Thor in the MCU's, like color palette wise, it looks very reminiscent to his.
Yeah, because I heard Thor is supposed to have the gold one.
Yeah, the blue and the gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, the helmet is a little bit different. It got like a mask type feature on it. I don't know what that mark is on the top of the forehead. I hope she got those kind of guns, because if not, she ain't gonna look too powerful in my book. Moonir looks a little bit different to me.
It looks like it's been.
And there's an article that says she goes to where old girl broke the hammer, and then she's gonna be able to put it back together, but it's not gonna be whole.
That's what it looks like. It looks like it's been put back together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't they say like she was working out and stuff? Like I need to see how she looks.
Yeah, I mean, like, she's been working out. I haven't. I don't know. I don't know why she's back, but okay, we'll do it.
Here, I was gonna show you this really quick. This is one of the pictures
I'm sure they can put them.
that
I'm sure they can put the muscle mass on her, but her frame does not look like something that can hold a lot of muscle to me. But I could be wrong.
Well, I mean, like her frame is small, but you can still pack some muscle onto it. I mean, I would know. Like I had a really small frame of 97 pounds, and then I'm me, so you'd be surprised at what someone can turn into. But regardless of how she looks, if they don't write her character properly, it ain't gonna matter.
Yeah.
That's how he looks.
And
God, he
and the
like a little creature, that man.
chemistry between her and Thor needs to be there, the two. Like they got to figure that out. Like because there's nothing like unless they're just going to be friends and platonic in this movie, the chemistry is not there between the two of them at all, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're dynamic in the first
I've seen
movie.
worse.
Like I was fine with it,
I've
but
seen worse. I don't like Spider-Man and Mary Jane chemistry at all.
Well, I like it. I think it's cute. I think
Tobey
that
Maguire?
I mean,
I thought
the
Tobey-
first one. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was. I mean, like they had it, but it was like soap opera-y to me. I wasn't a fan.
It was hard to
of
watch
that
to me.
whole dynamic.
well, I mean with Chris and Natalie Portman, I think theirs is more so at the bottom. Toby and Kirsten is top tier. So I mean, I know
Don't
there's
agree.
some humans that didn't like it, but I mean their chemistry was great to me.
I don't. It's annoying, but I feel like they have chemistry. I just don't like how it was conveyed in the film. But I think that Toby and Chris, they have the chemistry. I just don't see I just don't see it being there at all with Natalie Portman and Chris Hemsworth.
I mean the best chemistry that I've seen probably is Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man with his Gwen Stacy. That's like the best chemistry I've seen. But if anything, that annoying title will go with Zendaya and Tom in that first Spider-Man movie. They do eventually improve on it, but that's the only annoying one that I would say initially.
We'll tell you got good chemistry too. It's not a movie. It's I think the Superman and Lois on the CW.
Yeah, they do have. Yeah, I agree.
Oh, their chemistry is perfect. It
Yeah,
completely
they have
matches
really
the
good
character.
chemistry. They do. I agree. It's one of the best things about the show is the two of them, how they feed off each other.
I think a lot of that though has to do with the writers actually being familiar with the characters and respecting them and conveying that to the actors and utilizing their talent. Like because you can always tell when someone that's running the project actually knows the characters based upon the material that's presented. Like if it's something generic or this is beyond what most individuals associate with Superman. I'm just like, there's so much to his character. The show has done a great job at presenting that, which is good. Because I'm like, I was kind of getting tired of them not doing that in the movies. They just have the one side, and then humans just have this sea of knowledge about Superman because they watched a couple of movies. I'm like, no, definitely not.
I'm definitely glad too that they didn't go with like. Now people are complaining how the Batman is just Joker, and usually Superman is either Zod or Brainiac. They get with somebody that really he's not. We know it's one of his villains, but he's not a top tier villain. How they did Bizarro to me was awesome, man. It is it's the best villain I've seen, Superman villain on TV yet. So I'm really
Bizarro was fire.
I'm behind, so I don't know. I'm really behind. Oh, I just said I'm behind.
Yeah, right as I was saying it, I'm sorry. My bad.
Here's one to you, Danny.
What? Add to stream. I'm adding. My internet is like really wonky.
Oh my gosh, is this Geekosity?
Yes, it is.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's on
I'm picking Chris.
the Illuminati.
No.
Like,
I read
It's
every damn article, no matter where it comes from, because sometimes it's funny to read what they say. It's like, okay, people, really?
Tom
You
Cruise in
believe
talks
this
to play
shit?
Iron Man in Secret Wars. Tom Cruise could be Marvel Studios' new Iron Man at least temporarily. We reported before that Tom Cruise will be playing an Iron Man variant in the Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness. Granted, some reports argue that Tom Cruise isn't in the film. At least Tom Cruise doesn't appear in the preview screenings. Marvel Studios have cut his footage on the other hand, and they have removed them now for fear of leaks.
It
Furthermore,
could
there
be
are
true.
images could be stolen pictures from the Doctor Strange sequel. However, none had a consistent look. In fact, it was noticeable that they used images from other behind the scene photos. That gives him a way of looking fake. Still, it's interesting that all photos represent Tom Cruise in a motion capture suit or a mocap suit for short. It's obvious there are people anticipating Tom Cruise participation in the upcoming film, but they're most likely bogus. On the other hand, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Um,
The Doctor Strange
does
the
I just,
multiverse of
I'm sorry.
I'll just read this next. The Doctor Strange the Multiverse of Madness trailer sequel revealed the Illuminati. Patrick Stewart's distinct voice dropped jaws worldwide. Professor X, the movie shook the internet. Anson Mount's Black Bolt will appear. Who else? Tom Cruise is the elephant in the room. In the trailer, there is a scene that stood out. In fact, fans probably freeze framed it more than Phoebe Cake's iconic shot in the Fast Times in Ridgemont High. Many presume the figure in a glowing suit. That's what we just did. We just did that.
Yep.
Presume the figure in a glowing suit was Tom Cruise as Superior Iron Man. Marvel Studios couldn't confirm it, but a lot of people are already preparing to see Tom Cruise as the Tony Stark variant. In any case, clear views cooled off that suspicion. What's the fuss? Tom Cruise has ancient history at Marvel Studios. See,
wow.
that's what I
Did
thought we
you
were seeing right there.
did
That's
you
what it looked like. Look how his eyes
did
glowing.
Danny? Did you say Anson Mount? The
And could you?
Because that's the actor that played him in that terrible Inhuman show.
Mhm.
Like
he's
who
supposed to be. He's
who wants to
he's
see
supposed to
him?
be just so it's like Black Bolt.
I
I mean,
don't think Inhumans look bad. The story was just bad, but they look comic book accurate.
The acting was
they
bad.
did not. They look nothing
Story was
like the
bad.
Inhumans in the
But
comic
Bruh.
books.
I
Black
think they
Bolt.
want to bring
Danny,
him back,
No,
Terrence, because
no,
they said
no.
his face. Terrence, they said his facial acting,
The dog
and
looked
how
just
he
like
The
him.
did was.
Lockjaw was the only one that looked comic book accurate. The rest
And
of them looked
Medusa.
like some cheap X-Men ripoffs.
Whoa! I could have sworn Medusa when she had the
that
long
part
hair
right
looked
there,
just like
Danny.
him.
It looked horrible.
Medusa looked
Yeah.
like trash, and the CGI on
It
her
looked
hair,
horrible.
like, is that supposed to be
Horrible.
Medusa?
It looked bad.
That shit was horrible, and it's so bad that Marvel fans try to act like it never happened. That's how bad it was, and nobody fucking watched that shit. I mean, I watched it just
I
because I was
watched
like,
it.
I
I
watched it.
watched
I
it.
skipped. I watched the first 2 episodes and skipped to last to see how it would end.
yeah, I mean,
I didn't make it to the end. I didn't make it to the end.
That damn
I
brother,
did.
man, he pissed me off.
didn't
Oh,
make
I
it.
want to kill that motherfucker.
No,
His brother was one of the worst villains I've ever seen, and that actor was terrible. But with respect to Anson Mount, I can say objectively that he was the best actor on that show, even though he had no dialogue. Like, he did have some of the facial expressions down, but they had him in a cheap ass costume. Like, if you look at some of the cosplayers that have gone to these conventions, they look like better Inhumans than what was in that shitty ass show, which is sad.
fact. That's a fact. Like if you put like them side by
No.
side, they do look better.
He didn't have the mask and the little thing, the sound thing on top of his head.
Yeah, he had that cheap shit for like a couple of seconds, and it looked horrible. I can go in my garage right now and make a better mask.
Insiders add that Tom Cruise is in talks. Hey, that's what I thought we were looking at earlier. Maybe it is.
Well, you know what? Tom Cruise has had long hair before and things. I mean, it could.
I don't like. I have to. You have to look up the other image, Chris, that they use. They like in high res, and it looks like a black person. Like truly.
Well, see, here's the thing, and like they said here, I'm
I'll have
kind
to
of
find the
guessing on
picture
this
for
2
you,
hours and 6 minutes, this 2 hour and 6 minute time thing. They may have very well cut out parts Marvel's notorious for doing
I
certain
wouldn't
things.
cut out
Like, for
Tom
instance,
Cruise though. I wouldn't cut that out.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
cutting
would.
out Tom Cruise
And,
is just
and then there's
No,
been so
not
many
cutting out.
different.
No. Not cutting him out. Cutting him out so people didn't leak it.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
My next thing.
I mean, think about it. When they showed in Spider-Man, when they showed the part where he was fighting, Lizard and all of them, they only showed him. They only showed Tom Holland's Spider-Man. They were all three in that shot though, and we all said it. It looks like that this person's going after somebody that's not there. They do that. Marvel is notorious for putting things that aren't going to be in the movie in trailers and things that are in the movie not in trailers.
They do that. They use deception. They do that.
Mhm.
But also the rumor that was going around is that like these high valued scoopers who really get things right were having these conflicting reports because for the screeners they were showing the film without specific scenes in the movie.
Exactly.
And then other people were seeing other versions of it. So you wouldn't know. Because I mean, we even heard Bruce Campbell, who, say that, he filmed something and then he teased that Doctor Strange stuff, but it might be on the cutting room floor. And apparently that was in a cut that was screened for audiences. So they're screening this stuff and they're leaving things out
and they could be telling you it's 2 hours and 6 minutes, and it may be 2 hours and 30 minutes.
And I heard that they had multiple screenings and the audience hated it. So that could literally mean that we could be.
Yeah, I've
watching
heard that too. I've heard that too. I heard that before. That was before the reshoots, though.
Well, regardless of where it happened, 3 screenings and the audience hating it is a big deal. But we could have gotten a completely different movie. But my focus is not the same as what it is with a lot of humans. Like humans keep focusing on like, oh, this character, that character is going to show up. I'm focused on a story. Like I've said
the same thing too, though. That all these characters are supposed to show up. That I don't want them to be cameos. I want them to be part of the story. I want the story to flow, and I want those characters that are coming into the movie, to be a part of that story, and not just like a cool montage of characters throughout.
We're gonna get more cameos than anything else, and then some of them will actually be integral to the story. But that doesn't mean that the story is going to be good. I am concerned about the story. I still believe that No Way Home is going to have the better story. However, with all these different cameos, with all these different characters that are popping up, cameos, whatever ones are integral to the story, I think what's going to happen is most humans will be distracted by that, and they're not going to care about how bad the plot is if the plot is bad. Because they're like, oh my God, Hugh Jackman. Oh my God, Patrick Stewart. Oh my God, Superior Iron Man, which they didn't know about until they went to Google. They'll be focused on that. So why would you even care about a proper storyline? That's what most humans.
I care about the proper storyline.
Yeah, but that's not. But I'm talking about most humans. They're going to be distracted by everything that's in there. They're already distracted by it from the trailers.
Yeah, but I think that we are. I think a lot of us, we want a good story too. We just don't want a bunch of fluff. And I can't.
Fans are different. Fans are different, and then the average person is very different, right? They're going to be like, oh my God, it's Patrick.
But I agree with Grell. But Grell, I stand with Grell. I believe in Sam Raimi. So I feel like that he can do it.
He seemed very
That's not the point that I made at all. This has nothing to do with believing or not believing in Sam Raimi. Because if I didn't believe in him, I wouldn't have already gotten my IMAX tickets the minute that shit became available. I'm just simply saying that I believe in it so much that I want it to have a good story, but there's a chance that it might not be, and that No Way Home is going to have the better story.
And that's going to be bad because after rewatching it so many times, the story doesn't make some of the parts of the story don't make a lot of sense.
That's true.
If it's going to be below No Way Home, I'm going to have a problem with it. I'm really going to be upset. If that's like the standard that we're going to do, and I still like No Way Home as a film, but as the story doesn't make a lot of sense, you know.
Oh well, here's no. See that now that's a whole other discussion. If you're talking about standard, the Captain America, the Soldier is the standard. Like I'm not
Absolutely. I
talking
mean,
about that.
I like from a story standpoint, yes, Avengers 2012 is still my favorite. But
Right, right.
story standpoint, yeah,
Avengers
yeah,
2012 is good too, but I just think that Winter Soldier has a more
yeah, it
complex
has a,
storytelling as to
yeah,
where the
I
Avengers
agree.
film, the first one, despite how good it is, it has a lot of fan service, right? But it's just that
Mhm.
No Way Home, it's dealing with the multiversal aspects in the same way as Doctor Strange, except Doctor Strange is on a bigger scale. So that's why I'm using that as a comparison based on what the stories entail.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
So
so,
would you feel more confident, Terrence, if it were the Russo brothers directing this versus Sam
um,
Raimi?
No, I
you know
wouldn't.
what? It's not like that's a good question. You know what? I feel like no matter who would be directing it, it's not so much that I don't have confidence. I want to make that clear. It's just whenever I'm going into any movie, especially a movie that has a lot of characters, I'm always thinking about the story. You cannot distract me with shiny toys like you can do with most humans. Oh, look who it is. And I'm just supposed to forget all the potential and possible mistakes that might be in it. Storytelling always comes first for me over CGI, over celebrity status, or any of that shit. Those things only need to help make the film or the show better, but that shouldn't be your only thing that you fall back on because you have delivered a shitty story. And then you're going to get these biased individuals because they love the brand. They're just going to automatically say it's great. I'm not down with that. I'm down with honesty. I want to be able to come back and say, this is a damn good movie. Forget the cameos. The story is amazing. Look at the stakes in this. Look at what it did for Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch or whoever else it decides to focus on. That's what I want to be able to focus on, not so much the cameos.
I got
I
you.
agree. I mean, like Terrence, everything that you're saying, I agree with. And yeah, bro, it is a mess. It's an epic mess. I mean, the first half I think works, and then when we get into the explanation of how the multiverse works, and then just like things that Peter does, and they make absolutely no sense at times. He's very like, oh, I got to save my friends, but let me bring my friends right back into this mess. And then the explanation of like, and why is Electro there? It's cool that he's there, but why is he there? From the way that they explain the spell to us and what's happening, it makes no sense. And then some of the jokes are very cringy at times. So, I mean, but a lot of the story just doesn't flow the way it should, especially with it's messy when it gets into them trying to explain how this bigger thing works.
If anything, I was more
Spells.
accepting of No Way Home than I was with the first 2 hours of Endgame. Just saying, like that first 2 hours, do away with that shit. The last hour is where it's at. That's where the meat and the potatoes are. That last hour has all that amazing shit, all the portal scene and the
I
music and
agree.
you Bombay. That shit is in the last hour. That first
Now,
two, that shit is mediocre as fuck and it's
and
I
sloppy.
now,
like the first hour of Endgame. It's the second act.
the second
Where
act is
when
weak.
they
The middle act, yeah.
Yeah, that
I
shit is
like the
sloppy as
first
hell.
act. I like the somberness and the tone of the first act of the film, right before, and then we get into the time, like before we get into the active part of the time heist. That portion right there, and then the way they explain the certain things. Even though a lot of the time heist stuff looks cool, it is sloppy. But like that's the non-bias in me with Endgame.
It was like slow and uneventful. It was like
Hmm.
I was watching it waiting for like the
I love
main
it though.
fighters of a UFC card. Like the first couple hours are fighters that I don't give a fuck about. I'm really there for two specific fights that came at the end. Same thing with Endgame. I'm like, can you get to the main event? Because the rest of
See,
this
I
shit,
like
I feel
the
like
even though the
you
middle of it was a mess, though, Terrence, for me, it was an epic, kind of like No Way Home. It was like an epic mess, like Braille said. Even though the middle of it at times was all over the place, I still love Endgame for everything that it is. So that's the bias part of me. I still love it with all the mess. I love it. You
Well,
know.
the
Like
thing
they,
is I love them too, but that doesn't mean I'm going to be biased about it. Like, I mean, I
No, I'm
could,
saying that's me talking about it just from a fan standpoint. I'm not talking
because
about it because I talk about the story. I was talking about it as a fan of the films and the characters. Is what I'm trying to say.
Because
Both
like
sides of the
if
coin.
you look at the entirety of the MCU, there's not a whole lot of really intelligent, complicated storylines. A lot of it is just
No,
giving us the shit that we want to see. Very few of the projects are like, wow, like this actually makes me think, and it's more than like, hey, look who it is in this fight scene. So between No Way Home and Endgame, if my friends put on No Way Home, I will watch the whole movie. With Endgame, we would all say the same thing in the room. Skip it to the fucking end, the last hour. We won't even watch the first two.
and that's why
see, I've
when
seen it so
when
many times.
and that's why when Justice League came out, me and Alonzo said that we like Justice League way better than Endgame because
Yep.
we don't fast forward through Justice League. I fast forward. I watched the
See
first
that
act,
see that first two
fast forward
hours
the
of
second.
Justice League, it bogs me down. It took me I watched 15 I watched what 20 minutes of it and turned it off. And turned it back on, watched the first 45 and then took another break and went back. Because like the first 2 hours of Justice League dragged a lot.
Luckily, consistently, right? When you look at how Zack Snyder's Justice League played for the audience, aside from the humans where they had like the built-in hate going in towards it, you're like they ain't gonna like that shit no matter what happens. Aside from
Mhm.
those couple of individuals, the majority fucking love that shit consistently for
I
the four
liked it
hours.
though. I liked it, but
Mm-hmm.
Every
the second half of it is where for me is what I really liked about Justice League. Like the first half of it was it was slow, and
There's
I
it,
people
didn't
it,
like
that
it's
think
just, it's
anything
just
of
funny
it.
to me how every
And
time I
like I,
ask a
but the
human
second half
about
was was the pacing was on, and I liked everything. I mean, like that movie, Ray Fisher was freaking amazing, Cyborg in the movie. Like,
what
and
the
I like
people that think
the cut of
Justice
the
League is
Flash with Ezra Miller, like his Flash, like everything makes so much sense,
that
and the
that scene
interpretations
that
of the
scene where
characters
he
are
saves
completely
Iris
different.
and breaks the ground and stuff, that shit was better than anything in the first 2 hours of Endgame. That one scene right there, like it's just like whenever I ask humans about Endgame, 99% of the time, I'm like, "What's your favorite moments in the movie?" They all say something in the last hour. They might say,
Okay,
"Oh, where's
I
that
love
one
the way
scene in the
that
first hour?" But
I like the way it opens from the beginning. I like the
ugh,
quiet moments. So I'm like a
I
normal
hated
person.
that beginning. Oh boy.
I love
Oh no, I like the
you
opening.
know
Hold
the
on,
beginning with
hold on.
Thanos. I
What'd you
love
say, Alonzo?
I said I love the opening of Endgame, where
I
they go
love
and they
the
kill
sense of
Thanos,
loneliness and despair and just like failure. Like
and then when
the just and in that 5 year, like the way it comes up on the screen, and then you see Steve, he's not in his Captain America stuff, and he's a counselor and he's depressed and he's like, we gotta move on, you know.
Mhm.
I'll
And
never
seeing
forget that
all of
guy.
them where they are, like I really liked it. I really liked it because
I
it
will
set it
never
up
forget
for
that
me.
guy that stood up mad as fuck with what they did with Thanos in the theater. And I didn't
I
stand
love
up, but I
Thanos
remember
in
just
Endgame.
myself. I remember myself and my friends, we all looked at each other like, what the fuck was that? Like the way that they killed Thanos. We didn't know like what would happen the rest of the movie, but that was just like
I
I
loved
thought
it.
about it for 10 seconds, but the Marvel fan in me, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do this. I'm going to be objective and just watch it. Because my first thought, I was like, this is so fucking stupid. I should walk out of here right now. But I didn't do that. And I'm glad I didn't, because then I wouldn't have made it to that last hour, the on your left and Cap with Mjolnir. I wouldn't have made it to that. And I would have been mad as hell to miss that.
I'll
I
say
love,
Well,
this:
dude. I agree. I hated that when all the
right
women
up,
were like gathered. I didn't like that either. It was
right,
so
for me,
cringe.
Endgame, right up until when he has the conversation with Cap about, we were supposed to do this together.
Uh
That's
huh.
good. Then everything after that goes to
Then it gets
shit right up
slow. It
until
gets
the end.
slow.
Yeah.
It gets slow. But
it
I
gets
like.
silly too with that time
Uh,
heist and the Hulk. And the Hulk.
I
Trying to
don't
do
like the
thing.
Hulk. I don't like the way he throws the motorcycle. It's just like, I didn't like any of that Professor Hulk stuff. At first, I was like, okay, this is cool when he was doing the time machine, but then it was like, but the moment that I really was like, I didn't like is when he handed Scott the tacos. Like I just like that just like irked me for some reason. Like I hated that. Like I did not like that at all. You know what I'm talking about? And I know it's like a little thing, when he gets on the ship with Rocket. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm trying to think because the only part in the first 2 hours that I
That
really
shit
liked
pissed me
was
off.
the scene with Nebula and Tony, right?
I like
That
that.
was the one part where I was like, yo, okay, this is cool. And then after that, I was just like, what the fuck am I watching? Like, is this supposed to be your big finale? This bullshit that I'm seeing? Because it's not that it's bad, it's just not great. And this is supposed to be your finale. Like, it was fucking insane that I was thinking that for 2 hours. And going into that third hour, I was like, how am I thinking this for your finale? Like, this is something in phase one or some shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
That's because Infinity War got us so spoiled with all that action in Infinity War. That's all we want to see. So
You know what, Danny? That's a fair point, but for me, right? I wasn't even so much like where's the action as much as it was like the storytelling like kind of weak, man. Like that's how I felt. I'm like this ain't good enough for a finale. Maybe if it was a phase 1 movie, I'd be like, okay, yeah, they just okay,
I
y'all
think
phase 1,
the biggest mistake for me, they should have cut out Professor Hulk. We shouldn't even seen that because that made no sense to me. When they went to the house to try to get him, they shouldn't have went to Professor Hulk. They should have went to maybe the next day he changed his mind, or when he went here and figured out the formula for time travel. That
Yeah.
and they jumped to when he brought the shield back to Cap and they made up.
Yeah.
The Professor Hulk thing and that whole spiel with him trying to send Ant-Man through time, to me that was just stupid. If they would have cut that portion out, I think the movie would have flowed a little bit better.
Right, that shit with the rat and stuff. But one of my friends, he had me dying because he was like, "Man, T," he like nudged me. He was like, "Yo, that's the real hero of the movie." I'm like, "Yeah, word up, that's fucking true. This rat is amazing. Without that rat, they'd have lost again. They'd have got their asses whooped. Technically, they did get their asses whooped. They got lucky at the end, but it was just like, yo, this rat needs a medal. Why don't he get like a special plaque or something for freeing Ant-Man?"
Yeah. What you think, Chris Hanzo?
Go ahead, Chris. I was talking again.
What part are we wanting to attack here? We're talking about Endgame and all the other stuff.
Whatever you want to make a comment on.
Well, I mean, Endgame. Let's go with Endgame really quick. I don't disagree. The beginning of it I really liked, but when they started throwing time travel, there's a problem with throwing time travel into movies because, well, one, everybody wants to say that it's wrong or this is right and that. You get that argument. But you got what we got from Endgame, which is that the amount of deaths that did happen really didn't happen. Yes, some people still were dead. But that kind of just tells you at any point in time, if we feel that we've done something wrong, we can bring a person back. Even Black Widow is still possibly something that can come back if they ever wanted to bring Scarlett Johansson back.
Do you really want to see that, Chris?
I didn't say me. I just said it's a possibility.
No, I'm asking you. I'm just asking you how you feel.
What does it matter what I want? Because that's not who makes the determination if something
No,
happens.
it matters because I'm curious about your position on it.
I could care less. I don't think it's necessary. We've moved past that. That story's been told. I don't think you have to do it, but they did it in What If, and it seems like they're going to be starting to pull a lot of that What If stuff over if they can. That's the big problem with time travel is there are no stakes. We fixed things. We can go back. We've done it once. We can do it again. So while I like Endgame, I really don't like how that messes with that.
But don't, as a society, we want to see the good guys win.
You do, but then again,
most of the time, Danny, and like how
good
Chris
guys
said,
don't always win.
Right, they don't. But
sometimes.
to your point, Chris, about the time traveling, right? Like if a director said, "Man, T, there's no way we can make this time travel work," I'm like, "Have you ever seen The Flash? Have you ever seen Back to the Future? Get your shit together with the damn time traveling. Like, stop playing these games." I'm like, there is a proper formula when it comes to fictitious stuff. When it comes to time traveling, there are consequences. If there are no stakes, then you might as well not even do it. Whenever Barry fucks up the timeline, there are consequences. You can't change shit. If you so much as put a cup on a different table, you didn't kill somebody's grandmother across the street. That's how that shit works. It gets crazy. This man tried to save his mother and effectively killed everybody as a fucking result over some selfish shit. Now, granted, he wanted to see his mama. I get it. Family, blah, blah, blah. But you can't be thinking about yourself as a hero. You got to put everybody else first. So because he had a very selfish human moment, that time travel story showed us that there are consequences with messing with the fucking timeline. So if you're going to do something for the timeline, you better make sure that you check off all the boxes of this shit is 210% worth it. Otherwise, you better not do it. Unless you're in the MCU, I guess, because then there's no fucking consequences.
It just, so that part of that. Now, if we're going to talk about the multiverse of madness stuff here, what I was originally going at whenever I talked about time and taking things out and stuff, I know that they say 2 hours and 6 minutes. I know it could say that in your tickets when you go to buy them. There's nothing that holds them to keeping to that at any moment, because there have been numerous times that after initial launch, they have taken stuff out of movies or they've added stuff to movies because of reception from a larger mass. So we may hear it's 2 hours and 6 minutes, but that could be because what they because every theater is grabbing a hold of what was shown during the screenings, and so they're saying, "Oh, these are all pretty much like 2 hours and 6 minutes." Da 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 da. And then the next thing we know, Marvel sends out the copy that's final, because they normally don't wrap the final copy up because they have people going through it to listening. Oh, wait, that sound effect isn't in there. Where's that file? Oh, wait, we muted it here. Boom. They normally go until about 72 hours before they ship it out. And in the digital world, that doesn't take anything to get the movie out to somebody now. It's not like you're putting it in a can and you're shipping it on a truck to 500 theaters. No, it's a lot easier than that nowadays. But I keep hearing that they may have cut out parts, and I know that they've done this before. They've shown stuff in trailers that they didn't ever intend to be in there, or it's from another movie and it's just so quick you don't notice it.
Right, because even that one we keep looking at could be just
well, we know that Ironheart's coming out. If it is Monica Rambeau or something like that, or anything, it could be from any one of a number of movies that they're working on, or TV, or the Disney Plus stuff. Could be from numerous amounts of stuff. Because what's funny is in those two scenes, you see that character. You don't see Doctor Strange. You don't see anything else but that character. So there's a lot of things that are still up in the air. And I'm with, I said this after, I think it was Rise of Skywalker or something. I said, I might have to start looking into some of these leaks and stuff. I just can't bring myself to do that because I don't like finding out stuff beforehand. I still like that feel of going to a movie. And I hated that it happened, but when I went to The Force Awakens, I dressed up as Han Solo. I didn't know Han Solo died in that movie. And when it happened, my heart just dropped. And then afterwards, everybody was, "Oh yeah, I heard that was how it happened. I didn't know you didn't hear it." And I was like, I don't go out of my way to find out that stuff. And so the difference between Star Wars and Marvel, though, is Marvel just does an amazing job of normally keeping the lid on leaks. I mean, look at the lengths they went to make you think Andrew Garfield wasn't in it after the picture came out. They had somebody do a YouTube video saying, "I did this. This is a fake thing, and I'm going to show you how I did it." And I knew as soon as I saw that video, I'm like, why not just show us now? If you've done it, if you did that, you would be doing it right here, right now, showing me right now on this video, not telling me you're going to tell me here later. I knew that was fake.
Chris, I knew they were lying, man. I saw Andrew Garfield's interviews. He has this thing that he does with his brow when he's
They
being
have
dishonest. Yeah, I
They
was
have
like,
tells.
you lying, Andrew. You my boy and stuff, but you lying, man. You know damn well you in this movie.
But so I don't disbelieve anything with these movies. I love the fact that Marvel makes that there's 5,000 things being said right now, and you know what? In about 2.5 weeks or so, we're gonna know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's I'm fine with that though. But there's a couple thoughts about the in-game stuff and then multiverse.
And Danny, I apologize for being late. There was some stuff going on. I couldn't get here on time.
No problem, bro. No
Don't let it
problem.
happen again.
Yeah,
I was
there's
struggling
always
because I
one
was
who
like,
you better not let it happen again, motherfucker. Like, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we got a show to do, fucker. You got to hear on time or I'll fire your ass.
There's always somebody like that. But yeah, there was definitely some stuff going on. But sometimes in life, Terrence will show up when he does. But
hold on a minute. I want to read this. Basel said, I would like to know who you guys think will show up at the end of Moon Knight between Black Knight and Blade. I have no idea. I didn't think either one of them would show up. Are they even associated with Moon Knight?
Not at this point. I mean, it's not like they formed their English group where they work together to take on supernatural creatures. They did form a group in England, and the Midnight Suns aren't here yet. There's like 9 members missing. Like, you ain't even got the Ghost Riders. You don't have Hannibal King. You know what I mean? Like, there's just too many people missing for the and also context for this stuff to be set up. But between those two, it would make more sense for Blade because Black Knight was fucking trash in Eternals. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that was, but that wasn't no Black Knight. Like, this dude was some clown that wanted to be a pony or some goofy shit. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude?
Yeah. Hold on 1 minute. Chris said you got to bounce. Chris, go ahead and tell the people what's going on in your channel.
Real Review 3000 tomorrow. Another episode of Unmasking the Masked Singer. Doing really good this year. We've, depending on how you take YouTube views, we've hit near 10,000 3 times, but they take them back, and so they're in the 7,000 range. So some people are watching them. If you like Masked Singer, come by, listen to what I have to say. Call me an idiot. Tell me I'm wrong. I'm happy with that. It's fine. It happens all the time, actually, so I'm really used to it, and I'm okay with it. But no, got that. Wednesday, of course, the Rule of 3, where we'll get back to the final 5, Fact or Fiction, and I think we got a few coming up this week that we've answered. Tomorrow night, be over on Anzo's show, and other than that, I don't know. It's just a matter of just trying to get through some stuff right now. Just got a bunch of stuff going on at the house, so might do some gaming streams or something. So other than that, though, thank you for having me on, and
not a problem, bro.
I will see you guys tomorrow night.
All right, later. Ashley, later. As far as you know, is there any connection between Moon Knight, Blade?
As of right now, I mean, I feel like that they're setting that up for all them to, be a part of like this Midnight Suns, version, in the MCU.
Who is the Midnight Suns? Wasn't that Hannibal Lecter? I mean, Hannibal King.
Hannibal King, Johnny Blaze, Ghost Rider, Danny Ketch, Ghost Rider, Doctor Strange, Punisher, Blade, and then I think Moon Knight was on there at one point. But they have a bunch of members, but those are the main ones. And then Werewolf by Night.
Not a member.
I thought it was all supernatural.
And then Werewolf by Night is there too.
Werewolf by Night is coming. I think that they're gonna maybe use Blade and Black Knight and do like a different take on it, possibly. Just because I think that they're like setting up possibly all these different types of teams So when we get to Secret Wars, it'll be a different groups, but still like, oh well, here's the Midnight Suns, here's the Thunderbolts, or over here in during Secret Wars. So I think that that's why we're getting a lot of like teams too to set all that up.
20 Robinson
It's-
asked, do you guys think Doctor Strange and Wong know of Moon Knight's existence? Probably so.
I would say
Maybe.
so.
They should.
What about that the team that nobody talks about, which is the team that's in England where Blade and Black Knight are a team where they take on supernatural creatures? Like nobody talks about that. Like what if they're doing that? And what if that happens before Midnight Suns? Because at the end of the mediocre ass movie Eternals, you had Blade reaching out to Black Knight. So because they are, connecting that quickly, it would make more sense for them to go with that England-based team, and then from there they find Moon Knight and Werewolf by Night and whatever the Ghost Riders and the Punishers and the Hannibal King because Blade is a vampire and stuff, and then they do Midnight Suns.
But don't you think that's going to be a Disney Plus show, and not big screen?
You talking about Midnight Suns?
Yeah, and the Blade.
I think it could be a film.
I
I think that we would be introduced to everybody like outside of. I don't think I think that we would get a lot of Disney Plus stuff to set up that film, but I think it would be a film.
What do you think, Anzo?
It would be interesting, but I don't know.
What was
I don't know what they're doing. I would be surprised if Blade is in Moon Knight. I would, and again, I'm at the point where I'm like, I don't want to know if anybody's going to be in it. I just want to be surprised to see someone.
I don't think he's going to show up. Like unless
y'all, I don't mind the spoilers. I love the spoilers.
Certain things I like being spoiled on, but like I'm getting to the point where I want to be surprised a little bit.
I'm gonna tell you what pissed me off when the spoilers are wrong. That what makes me mad. Like in fucking.
I think those are funny. I like went back and like watched a video by like a big YouTuber about Endgame. Like I remember I saw it before, and I was like, he got things wrong here, and I went back and watched it, and like it was so funny because he got everything wrong in the movie. Like everything he said happened. I just thought it was so funny. So I like to go back and watch them again to see everything they missed and do they get anything right.
I can't
and
remember
some of them they got everything. He got everything wrong.
I can't remember the movie, but me and Alzo saw a spoiler, and this guy was right on everything. Was it the Spider-Man, Alzo? It was something.
Heavy spoilers.
They had a spoiler, and he was right on everything.
Heavy spoilers. Heavy spoilers.
Which movie, Danny?
Was it Spider-Man? It was something that you and I read. And we read it to Rob, I think, on Rob's show. And he's like, I don't know, but the shit was right. I think it was a Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Could have been.
It might have been heavy spoilers. Like, yeah.
I am just to me it's just I'm still stuck on that whole Anson Mount Black Bolt. I'm like, so you would prioritize Anson Mount Black Bolt that comes from one of the worst comic book shows I've ever seen in my life over Hellstrom, who's, that show was also terrible. But, that guy is connected to Midnight Suns. Like, wouldn't it make more sense to prioritize that actor, even though he comes from a mature show, which the MCU hasn't touched? Like, wouldn't it make more sense to get him before somebody from a show that nobody liked?
I think that I don't think that he's I think Black Bolt's gonna possibly die or something too. So I think it's not or something.
But it's just
what's gonna happen to the Illuminati.
I thought he was immortal.
Well, yeah, I don't know, man. I
mean,
here obliterate them in some fashion, maybe.
But Kevin Feige is smart, so I don't think that he would pass up a whole mythology of Hellstrom, which is connected to the actual devil of the Marvel Universe, which is tied to his sister, which is also tied to Dormammu, which is also tied to supernatural stuff, since Hellstrom, to a large degree, is kind of like a John Constantine ripoff.
Might be the movie.
You like a what ripoff? I didn't hear you.
Never
He's
know.
kind of like a John Constantine ripoff. Like there's
Okay.
so much lore and mythology attached to him that it wouldn't make sense to me that Kevin Feige wouldn't think to include him. There's way too much connected to that character.
I got you.
Mm.
All right, we have been talking an hour and 30 minutes, and I'm starting to get,
Mm.
you know what.
Feel
So,
you.
Sleepy.
Ashley, what's going on in your neck of the woods, young lady? Tell everybody what's going on.
Well. Tomorrow, bet your bottom dollar, right? I will be hosting.
Tomorrow.
Keep singing the takeover with my wonderful, beautiful, amazing co-host over on ssjk.sanctum's channel. We're going to be ranking the top 5 moments of episode 2 of Moon Knight, talking about Sonic 2 and maybe some other things that maybe happen in the course of the day tomorrow. We'll be doing that tomorrow at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, and then I'll have the top 5
Sonic
clipped out
2.
on my channel. Episode 3 review, Moon Knight, and maybe possibly another video. So that's what I got going on, along with wherever I am throughout the week.
Very good, very good. Mr. Terrence of T Virus, what's going on in your neck of the woods, sir?
Hey, what's going on, humans? Terrence here. Again, I apologize for being late, but humans, they just fuck everything up. But I happened to come in and I enjoyed the conversation, even though largely I didn't really know what was going on. That's what happens when you come in late. But as far as my channel goes, I don't have anything planned per se, but random videos will pop up on my channel accordingly. And
Yeah,
lastly,
that
wait,
ain't no
go ahead,
lie.
Dan.
I just said, yeah, that ain't no lie.
um, yep, so sometimes in life things just pop in my head, and then I'm just like video. So
That ain't no
you never
lie.
know. But lastly, wanted to blow the chat's mind in terms of this Midnight Suns. Like I'm telling you, there's so much shit they don't know. I'm gonna give you some members that nobody knows is connected to the fucking Midnight Suns unless they've read the comics. I'm telling you, no one knows that Iron Fist is part of the Midnight Suns. No one knows that shit, right? Because they're thinking Shang-Chi. They're thinking martial artists. So they wouldn't think somebody like Iron Fist. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't think somebody like Dr. Voodoo, right? Or Man Thing. And that Moon Knight was also part of that. Like they have like 30 plus members on that fucking team, if I'm not mistaken. You know how many that is? But
They're
yeah,
not going
just
to
I
do
just wanted to
30 members,
yeah,
Yeah.
there's more than 30 members.
but they're
Not
not
at
going to do
once, but I'm talking about that has ventured in and out of the team, right? It's kind of like
Mhm.
when you talk about the Avengers, when you tell someone there's been more than 29 members, that doesn't mean that you're going to get that many at once because you have like
Yep.
your base core of a handful of members. But there's always the ones that come in and out for different missions
Yeah,
that
they're
nobody knows
interchangeable.
about.
Interchangeable.
Right,
Yeah. Yes.
interchangeable. That there's no way that they would know unless they read it because if you go online, right, and you type in any respective team, the images for the most part are going to show you the core members. The rest of them, like, even some shit like Yelena pretending to be Natasha and all that shit, like you have to find these things out through
Mhm.
the stories.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it's just it's wonderful how much lore is there. That's why, I hope they keep going and I would prefer to enjoy it.
Good deal. Anzo, what's going on in your neck of the woods, sir?
Yeah, man, Bigger Ford Entertainment. You guys know tomorrow will be the chaos list. Have no idea what the topics will be, but I'm pretty sure I'll figure something out. Other than that, OOC, and it was good to be on the show, man. Good job.
Yeah.
Fun tonight.
All right. And I, of course, am Danny Graham, aka Comment Chat. You can find me here Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We usually talk about different DCU, MCU, Star Trek, Star Wars, whatever seems to be the flavor of the day. And I, of course, thank my guests for coming on, as always, Anzo, Ashley, and Terrence, and Chris, who had to leave early. But man, we try to do things and say things and upload things to entertain you, to inform you, and to spark a conversation. So, as always, I want to go through the chat one more time before we get out of here and tell the people that came in, thank you very much. Big Braille, thank you. Basel LD, thank you. Tony Robinson, appreciate it, the support. I love food as always. Mystic Shadows. DQ, David Quintana, thank you. Mio1, appreciate it. Ninjoy243 came in, thank you. I love food. I saw Maz Mama Bear, we appreciate you coming in. Shifty, as always. Tony Robinson. Who else? That looks to be it. We thank you all. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And then Zill Nation King, thank you. Am I missing anybody? I don't want to miss anybody. I believe that is it. Mystic Shadows. So until next time, y'all take it easy.
Peace.
And we will catch you next Monday. Peace.
I am inevitable. Okay, Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Khaotic Conversation. And here we go. The beat's banging, so the verse gotta bang too. You ain't feeling it, man. I don't know what to say to you. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep flowing. And my channel, yeah, it's gonna keep growing. Comment chat is who I am. You be like, yo, that's Danny? Damn, he kinda nice. This shit is hot. It's Monday night. It's 9 o'clock. The show Khaotic Conversation is the best damn show on YouTube Nation. So sit back, enjoy the show, and like the Joker says, and here we go. Khaotic Conversation. Monday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't you dare miss it. That's what I said. Don't you dare miss it. Peace.